Hey guys, welcome back to the Titans franchise. This is part 2 of the Week 3 video against the Broncos. We're down 14-10 after a tough defensive first half. And we're moving in here with just under a minute 30 in the third quarter. And Orton just fucking my defense up as I keep running zone. And he's just passing it right to the outside to all these people. Right to the inside to all these people, and he's getting all these open passes. He's got 2 interceptions today on 200 yards passing. A lot better than Hasselbeck's stats. He's sitting down there like 4 for 5 or 5 for 7 or 5 for 8 or something like that, and he's only got like 40 yards or something, and we couldn't convert on the long third down play. We passed it short for a gain of 8, and we had to settle for a field goal, and now the game's 10-14 when it was 14-0. So actually, it wasn't 14-0. I lied. The opening drive, Kyle Orton throws a pick 6 to, I want to say McCourty. Jason McCourty from Rutgers, and he returned it for a touchdown. I want to say it was McCourty. If you guys just watched the video, you probably know it better than me who it was. And I don't know why I don't pay attention to things like that. And then later on, we fumbled the ball because we subbed in Jake Locker thinking that Matt Hasselbeck is going to be a good guy to trade. He's a high-rated player on this game, and Locker's a rookie, and he is really old, and he's going to end up retiring at the end of this year. And we're halfway to the trade deadline, and we're going to have to make our adjustments before the second half of the season here pretty soon. As you see, clock ticking down. Going into the fourth quarter, 4th and 12 for the Broncos. They're going to punt it off to the Titans, and the Titans are going to come down the field to try to gain the lead. But they haven't done anything on offense but kick a field goal. And I know I went right back into the game. I do that a lot where I go out of the game, back into the game, out of the game, back into the game. And I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, Jake Locker. Oh, yeah. So we put Jake Locker in. We were thinking about trading Hasselbeck as Mariani makes a couple good moves there and gets down to the 31. We were thinking about trading Hasselbeck, and we were going to give him away. I was thinking about giving him to Denver for Eric Decker and possibly a lowly pick in a couple years, and then just using Locker as a starter. But Hasselbeck has actually came through and drove the ball for our team. And there you see him connect with Bernard Berrien for another reception. And there's Matt Hasselbeck's stats. 7 for 10 for 51 yards. No touchdowns. No interceptions, I think. And we'll see what he does here on this drive. So we're going to motion out Chris Johnson, as I often do. We're going to make him do one of these crossing routes with a tight end. And because usually one of the guys gets open. And there you see Chris Johnson's the one to get open. He breaks off a tackle, gains 9 yards. That's his second reception of the game. And after talking a bunch of crap about him in this game, he's come up with a couple key plays. Not anything impressive or flashy, but when I needed it, he was there. And this is a really bad matchup for him, actually, because this D-line for the Broncos, the defense for the Broncos in general, is just stacked. They have a bunch of big guys, and it's hard for Johnson to try to run around those big guys when they just wrap around him like bears and hug him because he's so small. So there you see me connect with Jared Cook Jr., and we're moving in under 4:05 left in the fourth. We're down by 4, and we're trying to drive the field, and Hasselbeck has proven just to be a beast. And I should have been a little bit more patient with him. As you see my tight end go out on that particularly nice slant route I like all the time, and drops the pass. He was wide open, dropped it after he got smashed. And we're going to run the ball here on 2nd and 10, hopefully just to throw them off a bit. And you see Chris Johnson try to cut to the outside. There's a couple nice blocks. He couldn't gain any yardage, though. 1 for 5 on third down for the Titans, as they've just been getting sacked on third down. The Broncos blitz like hell on third down. And there you see a wide open pass to Bernard Berrien. A nice block there. And a touchdown for the Tennessee Titans. His 25th career touchdown reception for Bernard Berrien. And we picked him up. It was a great pickup. Again, a good trade. Oh, that's a touchdown. And to go up by 3, they kick a field goal there. And now who has the dominance over the other team? Holding the Broncos after a really tough first half, it being 14-7 for a really long time. And finally, we drive down the field. Bernard Berrien gets a nice block, and he gets his 25th reception of his career. So congratulations to him. And it looks like we're going to want to pull out the win here, but this offense has been so tough to defend. They've been driving down the field on me every time, and I just happen to stop them because my D-line. So Cortland Finnegan out on the right side against Demaryius Thomas, the guy who has the most yardage for Kyle Orton right now. And he motions Fells over to the right side. And why do I have a feeling they're running the ball? And it's a play-action play. And Orton jump throws it across the center of the field to a wide-open receiver, Willis, and it drops to the ground. So far, Orton's been kind of rushing it in the backfield since I've been getting pressure. They haven't really ran the ball today either. We might see a running play here on this 2 tight end set, but it is often what they run, these 2 tight end sets. Orton drops back to pass, and he's looking deep. He gets sacked on the play. Good coverage by Cortland Finnegan out there in the wide receiver area, or whatever you want to call that. And that was a coverage sack. That was a coverage sack. That's what we like to call that. When the coverage is so good that the quarterback can't do anything, can't even get rid of the ball because he was staying in the pocket, and the linemen get tired, and the other D linemen go through, and the linebacker or somebody gets a sack on the quarterback. And here we'll see Orton once again dropping back to pass, having a million years to throw, and McCourty can't come up with a play, and Demaryius Thomas breaks 115 yards receiving in the game, and Kyle Orton's at 240 yards passing with a touchdown and 2 picks. Matt Hasselbeck just over 140 yards, I think, and a touchdown with no picks. So Demaryius Thomas, his number 1 receiver in this game, and he's going to keep fucking up with that matchup. And I'm gonna just play some safe coverage. I don't want him to score on me. That was a really big play for the Broncos, and this game's gonna, this game does that in the 4th quarter. It's why it's so good. So here we go, guys. This is going to be the deciding. This is going to be the deciding downs. The deciding downs. He's going to have 3 downs. If we can't stop him here, we're not going to be able to. And Cortland Finnegan comes up with the interception, and that'll be a touchdown to seal this game. Demaryius Thomas trying to catch up to him, can't do it, and that's a touchdown. The 2nd defensive touchdown for the Tennessee Titans in this game. That was not a user pick. I did not switch. Finnegan did that all on his own. And we come from behind, being down only a touchdown at one point, and make the game a 3-score game, or 2-score game, actually. So with 1:52 left in the 4th, Cortland Finnegan comes up with a clutch play. Interception, pick 6. Orton's 3rd interception of the game. And that's what you get for going to the same guy every play. So I see that maybe interceptions are going to be a factor for my defense as far as sliders are concerned, just to get off the game for a minute. And, the thing about sliders is you can tweak them so many times, but the best settings to use, really, it seems like, are just the normal settings. But you can tweak the sliders all you want. There are really good slider sets out there that will totally negate the point I just made. And I've used a couple of them that are really good. And there you see Willis come up with the 1st down and hold on to the ball as we try to strip it. And, there's a couple slider sets out there. Normal All-Pro Realism sliders on Operation Sports. If you go on the forums and you go to the slider sets on there, and you look for those All-Pro normal All-Pro Realism sliders. I think it's by DFOS83. And those are my favorite ones to play with. All Pro is actually pretty fun. I'm having a good time playing All Pro. I might just stick to these All Pro 7-minute quarter games because then I can play more. There's a sack right there by Casey. I think it's second of the game. And oh shit, we need a guy to cover Finley out there, and Finley's going deep. He's wide open. Orton knows it, and he sees him out there, and he passes it right to him, and we tackle him, and the clock is ticking. They haven't used timeouts. They're on the 26-yard line, and I forgot what I was saying because of what just happened. Oh, man, I always do that. I always go wide by accident. Fuck. So Orton lines up in the shotgun. I think that's McGahee. He lined up to his left. And Tutupu comes up with the sack on Orton. User sack there. And, okay, so the sliders. I'm going to adjust them. I'm probably going to put everything for the user down to 45. And then bring fumbles up a little bit more because they don't happen enough for me, like, on the game. I like when the teams fumble quite a bit or, like, there's fumbles in plays. Like, I usually put the fumbles down for both teams down to, like, 35-ish. And it'll yield pretty realistic. And all those ones where you see, like, the crappy animations where the quarterback throws it like you just saw on that last play. And it just like goes to the ground. Those animations like seem to go away. And there you see Orton pass to the back of the end zone, and it's an incomplete pass as he wasn't in bounds when he caught it. And I don't know why Finnegan didn't cover that. I guess he felt like he didn't need to since there's 33 seconds left in the game. There's not really anything they can do. So what they're going to do here is they're going to go for the field goal to bring the game that 3 points closer and make it a touchdown game. And then they're going to probably onside kick it and try to get the onside kick and then drive down the field to score a touchdown to tie the game to take it into overtime. But I don't think that's going to happen. Do you, boys and girls, or whoever's watching this? I'll just say dude, because dude's like unisex. You can say it to anybody, but chicks hate it when you call them dude. They're like, oh, come on, dude. And they're like, don't call me dude, I'm not your fucking friend. Or something like that, you know, chicks. They're fucking all weird. I love women, though. Women are the shit. Even though they're huge cunts sometimes. No offense to any women who are watching this. But you guys can be huge cunts. I guess I can't say no offense before that because that's fucking really offensive. And there, you're going to see them just call their timeouts, and we're just going to run the clock down, guys. So like and subscribe to the video. Watch my other videos. I've got Ultimate Team videos up. I've got this franchise, got the Rams franchise. Check that out. I'm about to start a created team franchise. This is the first time I'm going to mention it. I posted a bulletin about asking people what they thought about it. Nobody responded. I didn't give it even a day to think about because I thought it was a good idea anyway. I was just wondering. And it's going to be a created team franchise where it's basically like I bought the Jacksonville Jaguars and I'm going to change their team name to the LA Knights, and they're going to play in Los Angeles. And we're going to have a created team franchise on YouTube, possibly today, maybe tomorrow if I don't get it today. If I don't get it today, then definitely tomorrow. But there you see me pass down the middle of the field like an asshole. I'm just going to run up the score because I want Hasselbeck's stats to look nice here at the end. And I guess I wasn't going to run out the clock, so I said I was. We're not going to anymore. We're just going to hand the ball off to Chris Johnson while they're in passing formation, cut up the center of the field, and not get any yards. So right here, we'll call one final timeout, and I'll just heave it to the end zone and see if I can get a touchdown here. If not, then the game's over. It's 24-17. And we're going to look for our boy Bernard Berry in here down the center of the field, and we pass it right to him, and it's picked by Mays. And Mays can't go the length of the field. If he goes the length of the field, then this is the game. And Chris Johnson tackles him, and that's game over. What a crazy game. So Hasselbeck, being greedy, throws a pick right near the end zone, almost gets returned for a touchdown. 24-17 Broncos. And what the fuck was I thinking on that last play? Hasselbeck is going to stay the starting quarterback of this franchise. And, yeah, I did decide that he was going to get traded at the beginning of this thing, and now I'm not. So, he's doing well. I'm gonna take him for what he is, and here we see a nice pass to Bernard Berrien for the touchdown, the play of the game. There's the block, and that guy couldn't catch up. Neither could number 29. Dawkins back there running too, and Berrien with a touchdown catch, his 25th touchdown reception of the game. And here we'll move into the stats part of the little game. The stats part of the little game. Oh my god. So we yielded 207 yards in this game, and the Broncos had us dominated throughout the whole game until you see their only points that they really scored were in the second quarter, and we held them like a whole game. Tennessee scored early and couldn't score again until after halftime, and then just put up 17 points in the second half to the Broncos 3 points. So we win. You guys got to look at that. And then here we're going to look at the quarterbacks. Jake Locker, 1 for 2 for 11 yards. No touchdowns, no picks. That's not bad for his first start, or not first start, but his first appearance. I'll take it. And here's Hasselbeck, 11 for 16, 135 yards, and a touchdown and a pick right at the end of the game. And that was a bad throw by me at the end. That was a bad call by me. I should have just kicked the field goal, made it 27-17, and instead I got greedy. Just to see, and it made the video just that much better, I guess, because they almost returned it and made that overtime. That would have been the worst thing ever. So here you see Kyle Orton. He's 18 for 27 for 315 yards, a touchdown and 3 interceptions. So our defense couldn't stop him from completing passes, but they could intercept the ball and return them for touchdowns, because 2 of those 3 interceptions were returned for touchdowns. So I don't know. They couldn't stop him. It was a little short passing game, and Chris Johnson, again, not having the greatest game. Well, actually having a shitty game. And we're kind of sad about that. He's not doing well, and we might trade him away, actually. I'm thinking about it. I know he is like the franchise player for our team. And I want to make Jake Locker our franchise player. Maybe get him pretty good going. Or possibly trade Chris Johnson away for somebody else. But I'm not going to do it yet. I'm going to wait till week 5 to make any trading decisions, because obviously me doing it on the fly is not a good idea, except for the Bernard Berrien pickup here. And then we see Chris Johnson, 12 attempts for 31 yards. Willis McGahee and Noshawn Moreno combined for 5 attempts and 8 yards. And Matt Hasselbeck had a 3-yard rush, trying to not get sacked. Demaryius Thomas leads the game with 115 yards on 5 receptions and a touchdown. And right below him, our boy out of Fresno State, Bernard Berrien, 5 for 79. 5 receptions for 79 yards and a touchdown. That's good for him. It's a good game. And we look at Matthew Willis, and the 3-year man at UCLA had 77 yards also. So Orton racking up the passing yards. Finley with 2 receptions for 56 yards. Decker with 3 receptions for 49 yards. And it almost felt like Decker was getting every pass there in the first half. And then all of a sudden, they just weren't throwing to him anymore. I think because that matchup over there had yielded a interception. And yes, I use yield a lot because I like it better than what would be the alternative. Passing to him made them throw interceptions. Like, you guys know when I say yield, it means it makes, basically. It produces. So anyway, I don't know why I went on the little Merriam-Webster's dictionary tangent there. But here you see Jared Cook with 2 receptions, 35 yards, no touchdowns, and that's pretty much all that's worth mentioning. I'll scroll all the way down to the bottom so you guys can see Javon Ringer with that 1 screen pass, and he couldn't come up with any yards, so he's a -4. We might start giving him the ball a little bit more, see if maybe he had a really good game the game before. He had like over 100 yards rushing. And I'm not going to look at the tackles, because tackles, I don't really care about tackles. I'm sorry. I only care about these tackles for loss, and you see, like, there was a lot today, so we're not going to go over all those. And then, but you see, 10 there. It's evenly spread out up in the top 10, Denver and Tennessee. So actually, more Denver players are up in the top 7. Champ Bailey even had a tackle for a loss on that he had that corner blitz on Chris Johnson that fucked him up. Alright, so we're going to look at the sacks here. There was quite a bit of shit going on in the sacks department in this game. So Ty Warren and Robert Ayers both have two sacks apiece for Denver. And Casey, Tatupu, Witherspoon, Werner altogether had four sacks in the game. No, more than 4 sacks. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 sacks in the game. Sorry, with the simple addition I could not figure out. 1, 2, 4, yeah, 6. I'm so stupid. And Tatupu up there leading our team in tackles, in sacks with 2 and 3 for a loss, and Casey also had 3 for a loss, and they both had 4 total tackles. We're going to move into interceptions, and we're going to look at the interception thingy here. And up at the top, Jason McCourty with the very first interception, the very first score of the game, got a touchdown on that play, I'm pretty sure. And you see Mays, he got the interception. The linebacker almost returned that for a touchdown, a 63-yard return. Cortland Finnegan returned one for a touchdown on a flats play. Hope got an interception but got brought down right after. And look at the touchdowns. Well, actually, we're going to look at the forced fumbles here. Robert Ayers, Cortland Finnegan both got fumbles, and Ayers recovered his. Hawkins recovered the other one. I think returned it pretty far. No, he didn't return it far. He just recovered. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I showed you guys the replay of that play. And here you'll see Robert Ayers had a touchdown on a defensive play. Cortland Finnegan and Jason McCourty both had touchdowns on defensive plays. And that will do it for this video. Like I always say, like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at jvegas420. This is your friendly neighborhood stoner, Johnny Vegas. Fucked up my own catchphrase. That deserves a few lashes. And if you guys don't know what lashes are, talk to some of your black friends, and they'll tell you stories about when their great-grandfathers used to get 50 lashes from the dirty, dirty white people that fucking enslaved the shit out of them. And that was something really bad to say. I will take that back right now. That was super racist. In the channel description for my channel, I'm just gonna go off on a little rant here while I exit the game, and I'll see you guys in the next time after this game's over. But you can leave if you want now, but I want to explain myself. So, the fuck was I gonna say? Oh, on the channel description for my channel, it says take everything in a like it's funny. It's supposed to be funny or whatever, and you're not supposed to take me that seriously. Basically, like I say a lot of stupid shit like that just comes out of my mouth, and that's one of those things. That's what I was trying to say. And you'll see here the Titans move into 2-1, and we'll check the standings out real quick. Actually, we'll check the standings out in another video. Like I'll do another week 3 video. We'll see what's going on at the end of week 3. Maybe we'll look at free agents, some trade block stuff, see what's going on. But for now, this is your friendly neighborhood stoner. Got it right that time, Johnny Vegas, 420, and keep playing Madden, y'all. See you in the next video. Subscribe if you haven't, and all that shit. Follow me on Twitter at jvegas420. See you.